Hey, Vern here, founder and client of the Hair Restoration Institute. This is what we've all been patiently waiting for, the follow-up to Mark Rosen's hair procedure, or if I can use the sports vernacular, post-game interview. Rosie, welcome back.
Thank you. It's great to be back. It's gone real fast.
I saw you back in May, and your hair was just starting to come in.
Right.
That would have been at the 5-month post-procedure visit. But now, 3 months later, wow, what a difference. So it's just been shy of 8 months since your hair procedure. So tell me, what's it been like to look into the mirror and see yourself with more hair? And how are you feeling about the new hair transformation?
Well, I couldn't be happier, first of all. I mean, sometimes I do a double take because, after all these years of recognizing where my hair was at and my limitations and what I could do with cutting it and, being on TV every night, that, okay, this is it. People accept me for who I am. And then having the procedure and then realizing that it's there's nothing that's going to happen overnight, but being very patient with it and maybe wondering a little bit now, it's like, wow, that's me, it's my hair. And it feels great because it really is my hair. It's natural, it's easy to take care of, and I love it. I mean, I absolutely enjoy every morning combing my hair again.
Describe the actual day of your hair procedure. How were you feeling before you came in, and how did it go?
Now, I was honestly apprehensive going in because, like anything else that you do in life, I mean, there's the fear of the unknown, and even though you laid it out pretty well to me in terms of what my expectations were going to be, there's always a bit of skepticism. I guess that's because I'm a reporter, and you always have that built in. But but at the same time, I was also very excited because I knew, based on the pictures you had shown me with other results, that I was heading down the right path. And hearing your voice and the confidence in your voice saying I was just a perfect donor, I had the perfect donor here for the procedure, that got me excited too, saying this was not a massive undertaking here. It was a subtle sort of way of looking at things. So, as the day went on and went through the procedure, obviously, I wasn't thinking of necessarily the results, but I was excited that I'd finally sat in that chair and let's get this done. So I was excited when it was over.
Now, we have some patients who want to turn back the clock and have a lot more hair, and some who just want to add a little. So my question to you is, what were you hoping to accomplish, and do you feel, in fact, that it was accomplished?
Well, I was hoping just to accomplish, not, again, some subtle changes. I wanted to fill in some of the blanks up here that I'd had, looking at my genetic hairline that I probably knew I was dealing with. And so, it wasn't like, I was bald and I wanted to, make these massive changes, but I think, it was a way of enabling me to kind of even feel better about myself. I mean, and I thought this was the way to go about it. And I felt very comfortable in making these changes and seeing the kind of the results, because knowing that, I could progress from there as well. That it was the first step. It was a big step, but all it does is encourage me all the more to say, if I wanted to fill in a little bit more, now it's like, let's go full steam ahead. Yeah. So I think it's that sort of, you sort of tiptoe into the water a little bit. Now you're going in the deep end and thinking, man, this is it. And I mean, the thing I tell people is that, yeah, this really works, and it's your hair. I mean, this is the fabulous part about it. And whether you're looking for a bigger change or more of the subtle sorts of things that people, because they do see me on TV every day, I hope you're watching, they've noticed, they've kind of gone along with the ride with me, because that it's not like all of a sudden go, notice something different about him. Yeah, I did lose some weight. That at the same time was kind of a way of saying, I'm getting close to 60. I'm going to keep working at it, and this was a kind of a combo platter.
What I think is cool about hair transplantation is that you just don't show up to your network with a bunch of hair.
Right.
It's a subtle and gradual change. So let me ask you, what are your family and friends and coworkers saying about your appearance change?
Well, I think because of the fact there were subtle changes, it was good that way, because when you come in, when a woman changes her hairstyle, when Amelia changes her hairstyle, it's immediate. People go, whoa, I either really like it, or I notice something a little different about you. Yeah. And but it's an immediate reaction. With my hair transplant, because it was a process, I'm thankful that it wasn't like a daily thing. Yeah. That they were kind of going along for the ride. But all of a sudden, then, when I had photos taken for PR purposes and other things, they started noticing. My coworkers go, man, it's looking good. My boss would say something, and so I'd get more comments about it on the street. I mean, more guys would start coming up to me and go, I've heard you talk about it. What was it really like? And I kind of ease their tension about the process as well. But I'm getting great feedback about it.
Any advice you'd give somebody thinking about getting more hair now that you're on the other side of your decision?
Well, I would say know what your goals are and understand that it's all workable. But I think, I think it really depends on what you want out of it. I mean, if you want to make bigger changes, you can do it. But all I can say is I am extremely happy I did this. I mean, it was. I look back on it now. The timing couldn't have been better in my life, in my career. I feel great about it because you know what? It's not like this massive overhaul. You're exactly right. I mean, it's a subtleness to it, but at the same time, hey, this is really my hair here. This is not some old-fashioned way of looking at hair plugs or what kind of a rug you're wearing, that sort of thing. No, this is it. I mean, this is great, and it's really great that I'm thrilled that I got it done.
If you could do it all over again, would you do it?
Oh, would I do it? I would have done it earlier. I mean, I think, it's one of those things men in particular are always hesitant about pulling the trigger on some things. Look, we're hesitant about going to the doctor. We're hesitant about making a lot of changes. I would just encourage them, don't waste the time in terms of wasting any more time. Get it done. If you're thinking about it, I couldn't be more positive about it because you got to wait. You wait your 6 to 8 months. And again, there's no overnight. I'm not a big believer in overnight successes anyway. And overnight, anything that happens that quickly, we all want instantaneous results with everything. Whether it's the news, whether it's the way we use the internet. Well, you know what? Patience is a virtue, and in this case, patience pays off, and it really does work off.
Thanks again, Mark, especially for allowing us to follow your journey. I feel your experience has been unique in that many people aren't willing to talk about their hair loss challenges, and you, even being in the public eye, are so willing.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.